The lot and block system is the most common method used for legal descriptions of subdivided urban and suburban properties across the country. On the national portion of the real estate exam, you will frequently see this referred to as the recorded plat method, because it relies entirely on a map that has been recorded in the public records of the county where the land is located. This system does not exist in a vacuum. It almost always begins with a large tract of land that was originally described using either the meets and bounds system or the government survey system. A developer takes that large parcel and creates a subdivision by breaking it down into smaller units. The visual representation of this subdivision is called a plat map. This map is incredibly detailed and shows the precise boundaries of each individual lot, the location of streets, and any necessary easements for utilities or public access. Once the local planning commission or governing body approves this map, it is taken to the county recorder office. This act of recording is what makes the lot and block description legally valid. When you see a question about what makes this system unique, remember that it is the only one that refers back to a pre-existing map held in public records. A complete legal description using this method must include specific identifiers. These are the lot number, the block number, the name of the subdivision, the county, and the state. You can think of the block as a larger group of lots surrounded by streets, while the lot is the individual piece of property being sold. One common trap on the exam is confusing the order of operations for creating a lot and block description. The exam might ask if a lot and block description is valid before the plat is recorded. The answer is always no, because the legal description refers specifically to the recorded version of that map. If the map has not been filed with the county, the description cannot point to a specific public record and is therefore not a sufficient legal description. Another trick involves the relationship between the different systems. You might be asked which system is used for a high-density residential area. The answer is almost always the lot and block system. Meets and bounds is more common for irregular tracts of land or rural areas, while the rectangular survey system is used for large government-managed land areas. To keep this straight in your head, use the mnemonic phrase, "Big blocks hold little lots." This reminds you that the block is the larger container and the lot is the specific unit of land. Also remember the phrase, "recorded plat" is the key. If a question mentions a map but does not specify that it is recorded in the public records, be cautious, as the recording is the final step that gives the description its legal teeth. Another potential area of confusion is what information is found on the plat map itself. The exam may ask if a plat map shows the elevation of the property. Typically, it does not. A standard plat map focuses on the horizontal boundaries, dimensions, and the location of the property within the larger subdivision. It provides the framework for the legal description that does not usually include topographic data or building footprints. Mastering this topic requires understanding that once a property is part of a recorded plat, the older and more complex descriptions like meets and bounds are no longer used for individual sales. The simplicity of identifying a property as Lot 5, Block 6 of the Sunset Acres subdivision is what makes this system so efficient for modern real estate transactions. When reviewing for the exam, focus on the fact that the developer creates the plat, the city approves it, and the county records it. That sequence is a favorite for test writers. Always look for the word "recorded" when identifying a legal description for a suburban home. If the description mentions degrees or sections, you are looking at meets and bounds or government survey, not lot and block. Success on these questions comes down to identifying the recorded plat map as the primary source of truth for the legal description.